Hey boys and girls, hello and welcome. It's Chaotic, and as always, every week I'm going to cover the Shrine of Secrets. If you're new to Dead by Daylight, whatever shard you get at the top right, if I show you with the cursor, iridescent shards, you earn them through just playing the game basically and doing any sort of things as killer or survivor. You can spend these on perks like these down below, and you can buy them and they become available for all your survivors or all your killers. There's a chance that they'll show up in the blood web, so it's a good thing to go for perks for players and killers, survivors and killers that you don't play, so it saves you leveling up every survivor and every killer. So let's see what we've got this week. Your first perk is Ace in the Hole. It's an Ace Visconti perk, 2000 shards. Lady Luck always seems to be throwing something good your way. When retrieving an item from a chest, there's a 100% chance that an add-on of very rare rarity or lower will be attached to it, and a 10% chance to find another add-on of an uncommon rarity or lower. That's tier 1. If you get Ace in the Hole tier 3, it's exactly the same, except there's a 50% chance to find an add-on of uncommon rarity. So you're guaranteed 100% to get a very rare add-on, and there's a 50% chance of getting another uncommon rarity or lower. So that's Ace in the Hole. I'll cost you 2000 shards. Your second survivor perk of the week is called Boil Over. It's a Kate Denson perk. It's a little bit more expensive. This one is 2700 shards. You are a battler and do everything to escape a foe's grasp. Your struggling effects on the killer are increased by 25%. You obscure the killer's ability to see hook auras within 10 meters. If you can get it up to tier 3, the struggling effect, so when you wiggle, you make the killer move side to side, and increased to 75%, and the killer won't see the hook auras glowing up in red within 14 meters. Now on paper this perk sounds pretty good, but as a killer main, I've had people using it, and unless it's somewhere like Levy's where you can't see through walls, it doesn't give you too much trouble. But if you do want to buy it, it's 2700 shards. It's called Boil Over. Your first killer perk is a hillbilly perk called Lightborn. Unlike other beasts of the fogs, you have adapted to light. Resistance to blindness is increased by 20%, and recovery is increased by 50%. So you will recover 50% faster if you do get blinded by torchlights, flashlights, and your resistance is 20%. If you can get Lightborn up to tier 3, it is actually 60% more resistant, and your recovery will be 50% as well. So it goes up from 20% to 60% resistant on tier 3 Lightborn. And last but not least, probably the best perk of the 4, it's called Make Your Choice. It's a pig perk. It'll cost you 2000 shards. When a survivor rescues another from a hook and you are further than 48 meters away, Make Your Choice triggers and applies the exposed status effect on the rescuer for 60 seconds. So basically, as long as the pig is more than 48 meters away, whoever unhooks the person on the hook, they will have the exposed status. So for 60 seconds, they can be downed by one hit from the pig. If you Make Your Choice at the tier 3, the distance goes down to 32 meters, so it's a lot better at tier 3, and it's still 60 seconds long. So if you hook someone, move away, someone runs across and unhooks them, you can just run up the person who unhooks them, hit them once and they're down. So that's Make Your Choice, 2000 shards. So quick recap: we have Ace in the Hole, Boil Over, Lightborn, and Make Your Choice. My thoughts on this week's perks: I would save your iridescent shards. If you do go for one, I would recommend Make Your Choice if you play killer. Quite a nice perk, especially if you don't have or don't play the pig. The other 3 are okay, not too bad. But that wraps up the Shrine of Secrets for September the 19th to September the 26th. As always guys, I'll cover it next Wednesday, so I'll see you then on next week's Shrine. Thanks for watching. This is Chaotic bidding you farewell.